Welcome back. In this video we're going to take a look at useRef. useRef is used to create persistent mutable values, which are also known as references or refs, or to access the DOM elements. So let's go and see it in action. Here I have a very simple component called click counter, and it counts the number of clicks that the user does on a button here. So we have a handle click function that just sets the counter, which is defined here, and log it here and says that I was rendered. So if I go here and press click, you can see that the counter changed and the component is rendered like 5 different times. So let's go and convert this to a ref. Instead of having state, I would say I have a ref with the initial value of, let's say, 0. Don't want to use the state anymore, and on the handle click I would just add 1 to the current ref. The ref has a special property called current that we can access, so we would add 1 to it, and we don't want the set count anymore, and we can here say ref.count times I was rendered, and let's remove this part here as well. Now if I go back, refresh and press click, you can see that the current value of the reference is changing here, but the component is not re-rendered. So that's a very important point here. So we can say that there are two main differences between using a state and a reference. First is that updating a reference, like here, does not trigger a re-render, while updating a state will sure trigger a re-render. And second one is that the reference update is synchronous. In other words, the update reference value is available right away. So here I can get the current and it will be updated. But the state update is always asynchronous, as we have seen in the use state example. Another use case of the refs or useRef hook is to accessing the DOM elements. For example, if we want to focus on a input field, we can do that using the ref. So let's go and see that one in action as well. So if I go here and create another component called ref2element, for example, .js, and let's copy whatever we have from here to here. We define a ref here. This time it doesn't have any initial value. We will have a handle click function. I don't want this, I don't want this. I need to have two elements. One is an input of type text, and it will have a ref to the reference that we defined here, so we can access it later on, like so. And we have a button that when clicked on, this will be focused. We can say the input is ref.current, and this ref.current will be this input because we have defined it like this here. Now we can do whatever we want with that input element in the DOM. We can, for example, say focus, which is a JavaScript function to focus on an input, right? With ref2 counter and go back here and say we need to render that one, ref2 counter, like so. If we go here, refresh, and when I press on the click, the input will be focused. Great. The final point is that, for example, in this example, it's okay to update the ref inside the click handler like this, or inside a use effect that we will see later on. But it's not correct to do it like in the immediate scope of the function component. So for example, doing it like this is not a good practice, so to say. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed the video and learned something. See you in the next one.